Hey, what's up you guys? It's Nathan with Freedom Influencer, and in this video I'm going to be going over how to start a blog for beginners. Now what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to share 7 steps for you if you want to set up a blog. So before we get into these 7 steps, if this is your first time here on my channel, this is Freedom Influencer, where it's all about entrepreneurship, how to make money, how to generate a passive income so you can create a life of freedom. So if you want more on that, I invite you guys to go down, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification so that way you receive notifications of when I put out videos just like this. So with that being said, let's dive into this. I think this is going to be very helpful. I want to hopefully give you guys some clarity if you want to start and grow a blog. I'm going to break this down to the basics for you guys if you're brand new to this. All right, so right here I have 7 different steps to get you guys going in the right direction, and then I'm going to share some of my opinions on different things when it comes to starting a blog. All right, so step number 1 is to choose a niche, whatever. I say niche, a lot of people give me crap for that, but I call it a niche, all right? Now, this is very, very important to choose something that you're passionate about. Now, I also want to touch on this and state something that holds people back, and that is that they may not be quite sure exactly what they're going to launch their blog on, so they never do it. Yes, while this is very important, I recommend that you launch your blog even if you're not 100% sure. Give yourself maybe 3 days max on making this decision. What am I going to blog about? What is this actually going to be about? And you should by then have an idea of what niche that you want to go into. I recommend picking it, sticking with it, and going with it. Now later on, if you want to switch your niche or choose something different, that's fine. But I just don't want you to be held back for getting started, okay? Now for me, my entire brand and YouTube channel and blog has been built around entrepreneurship. So that is why I named my blog Freedom Influencer, and you guys can feel free to go check that out. But let me tell you something that I made a mistake on with this, okay? First of all, my blog started as a self-branded name, all right? It was my name, but I kept going back and forth with choosing how I wanted my blog to look, with choosing where I was gonna host it, with what it looked like, and all of this different stuff. And I want you to understand, you guys, that creating content is how you're going to grow a successful blog. And if you never get to that point, you'll never create success. So please take a little bit of time on this. Understand that you have to pick something that I believe you're passionate about, because knowing that you're gonna be creating content for years to come, it's gonna get tiring, it's gonna get frustrating, and if you're passionate about it, then you won't quit, you'll continue on, okay? So step number 1 is to pick your niche and choose something that you're passionate about, okay? Step number 2 is then to pick your name, all right? What are you gonna name your blog? I also, like I said, I struggled with this for a very long time. My recommendation is to do a self-titled blog to start. This is a great way to start your blog if you don't know exactly what you wanna call it. Now, if you do know what you wanna call it and the domain name is available, awesome, just go with that and then you can move forward. But if you don't know for sure, just call it your name, because this gives you freedom to then switch your niche even if you wanted to later on. That's exactly what I did when I first started, is I had my own name as my blog. It's a great way to start, okay? And again, you want to spend a little bit of time on this. Yes, the name is very important, but at the same time, it's all about the value that you give on your blog. So in my opinion, it matters, yes, but I think that it matters more to you, the person creating the blog, than it does to other people. They're not really gonna care what your name is, what your title of your blog actually is, if you have good information on your blog, okay? So number 2 is to pick your name. Number 3 is to pick your platform. Now, this is where the great debate comes in, because so many people blog on different platforms. There's a lot of free different blogging platforms that you can use. You can use Blogger, even WordPress, the free version, Wix, Weebly. All right, there's a lot of different things that you can do. My number one recommendation is to use WordPress. Now, while this may scare some people because it gives you more freedom, but with that freedom to manipulate your blog, it can get a little bit more complicated. My recommendation is to choose WordPress because you own your blog. And that has to do with the hosting and where you host it. But the idea of this is that you get freedom to manipulate your blog, but you also own it. When you create a blog on Wix or Weebly or blogger.com, and it's not self-titled and you don't have your own, or self-hosted rather, you don't actually own your blog, okay? Those companies that you're creating your blog on, they actually own your blog. So that's why I recommend using WordPress and going with a self-hosted blog, okay? And there's plenty of different themes that you can choose from. Some will allow it to be easier. So yes, there's a lot of technology involved, but you don't need to know HTML anymore. You can have a theme that makes it really easy to get up and running with your self-hosted blog, okay? So that brings us into step number 4, which is now you will pick a theme. You guys, there are tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of themes. I recommend doing a little Google search on different themes. One of the places that you can go is a place called themeforest.net. I believe it's .net.com. And there's a bunch of different themes. You can sort by what type of blog you're creating. You can also sort by popularity, all right? Now, one blog theme that I've used in the past that I recommend is gonna be something called the Divi theme. And this is definitely an amazing blog theme for beginners of how easy they make it. Not only that, you can make your blog look very beautiful, okay? Understand though, if you use the Divi theme, if you decide later to choose to switch your theme to something else and you're using their visual builder, and I'll just say this right up front, if you use any visual builder with any theme, it's gonna make it very difficult to switch your theme later and still have your content looking good. So just be aware of that, is that if you're going to use a theme, I kind of recommend using the normal WordPress editor where you type your blog posts in that, okay? But I recommend going to themeforest.net, checking out some of the themes that you can install on your self-hosted WordPress blog, okay? So let's get into number 5, probably the most important part about creating a blog, and that is to create and publish your content. Not only just create and publish blog posts, but stay consistent with it. A lot of people have this awesome idea to create a blog to, become successful in a specific niche, doing something called blogging. And the reason that most people even have this idea is because they've seen other people or they've heard other people who've changed their life using the power of blogging. Now, here's the cool thing. It's still possible. There's room for everyone to create success, but in order to do that, you have to be consistent in publishing valuable content to your blog. Now, what do I mean by this? You just have to make a commitment that you're gonna do this until you create success. At least that's my mindset on it. I see so many online entrepreneurs who have this awesome idea to create success, but then when it comes down to the wire of what it actually takes to create success, they're not willing to do it. This is also why it's very important to pick something that you're passionate about, because you're gonna have roadblocks, you're gonna have times where you wanna quit. But if you have a bigger purpose, a bigger vision, and you're passionate about what you're doing, you will persevere and you will push through those hard times of where you wanna quit, and you will see success. But the most important thing to understand here is to continually, consistently publish content to your blog. Now, I don't know what that means for you. If that just means one blog post a month, then stay consistent, ensure that you're doing it. I recommend trying to go for at least one blog post per week, all right? And obviously, the more you can post without sacrificing quality to your blogs, that's what I recommend. So find that happy medium, whatever it is for you, and get to work, all right? So let's get into number 6, which I actually don't see this being posted as a tip out there, but I'm gonna share this with you because I believe that this is one of the most powerful mediums that you can use to create success on a blog, and that is to create video. Now, I know a lot of people don't want to do that, but I recommend opening a YouTube channel. It's 100% free. And when you write a blog post, also create a video. Just like I'm doing right here, I have a video format. I may also create this as a blog post as well, but you take your video and you also embed that onto the blog post itself. Why would you want to do this? Well, when you understand marketing, then you'll come to understand that video is the most powerful form of marketing that you could possibly implement out there. Now, if you embed this onto your blog post, now you're giving people options. You're giving people options to read the blog post, but also maybe they're in a place where they have headphones and they can actually watch a video, just like this video here. And it's very powerful to do this. And then later, when you end up monetizing your blog and selling things from your blog, your conversions will go up because you're building the know, like, and trust factor. This just simply means that people will buy from you, or whatever it is that you're recommending or selling. If you're doing affiliate marketing, they are more likely to convert from visitors into customers if you have video. So I highly recommend you guys get on video, even if you have a fear. Trust me, I understand the fear of getting on video and using video marketing. It seems daunting, it seems scary, and maybe it is. It absolutely was for me, but if you can push past that and understand that it's the best way to build trust with an audience, then you'll push past it and you'll start incorporating videos onto your blog, all right? So let's get into the last one, which is number 7, and this is to share your content. This is so much more important when you're very first starting, because more than likely, if you aren't a person of influence already, you're not going to have that big of an audience. It's probably just going to be your close friends or family or whoever you have on your Facebook. Maybe you have a following on other social media networks, but it's very important to share your content. In the beginning stages, this is a must, all right, in my opinion. And then later, as you grow bigger and maybe you're building an email list, maybe you don't have to go out and manually share everything, every single blog post, every single time. But I recommend you guys do this when you very first start, is to go out there, share your content, let people know that you exist online with the people who already know you. And as you grow, you'll have to do this, or you won't have to do this as much later on, especially when you grow an email list and you can just press a button and send a notification to tens of thousands of people as you grow your email list, notifying them that you have new content out there. So you guys, this is my step-by-step process for you guys to go out there, start a blog. Even if you're a beginner, these steps, I stand by each one of these steps, and I recommend that you guys go through them and follow them. Again, these are my personal opinions for a lot of this stuff, and I hope it was helpful to you guys. If it was, hit that thumbs up. It really does help the video out a lot, and I appreciate that. And if you guys want more videos like this, of course, subscribe to the channel, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say on this down in the comments, and I will engage with you guys down there. This is Nathan with Freedom Influencer, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye for now.